We have a number of occasions today, and so I would have had 3 sermons, but I won't. I'm trying, but in my effort to combine all of them in one sermon, I ended up with something very long. I'll keep the comments about the gospel to later on when the kids from Sunday school go downstairs. They will have their lesson, we will have our lesson together at that time. But aside from the 2 liturgical celebrations that we have, being in the middle of mid-Pentecost right now, and we're continuing to celebrate the resurrection, and we have the Sunday of the Samaritan woman, we also have a non-ecclesial celebration, which is worthy of our attention. Today is Mother's Day, and if I keep my comments until the very end of liturgy, I will probably not have enough strength to say that or to remember everything. I don't think there are enough words to properly thank our mothers. Christians are grateful for the holy gift of motherhood. God has appointed a special vocation to mothers. It is a vocation of continual sacrifice. And by the way, fathers, your vocation is also one of continual sacrifice as well. That vocation is expressed differently for each person and at different stages in their lives. The mother's vocation, however, embodies perhaps most fully the Christian virtue of self-emptying love. And if we could learn from them, that would be great. Not only in the process of bearing children, but in everything that you do. You are always giving of yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and in every possible way. Of course, no one's perfect. We're not saying that. But you are giving of your entire being. If you think that there is no end to the number of things that a mother carries in her mind, then you probably haven't checked what's in her heart. There is also no end to her incredibly large heart that carries every possible emotion. She is always giving herself and putting herself last, most often quietly. And I'll say here a little word to those who are rearing very young children. I know it is hard when you have your young children with you and you want to either apply the discipline or make sure that they are not being too rowdy. It can be difficult and it can be distracting from service, and you might come in to the church and leave not feeling that you have offered any prayer at all. Let me share this with you that I heard from a worthy bishop. What we do in liturgy is not just offer prayers, we offer sacrifice. And part of that, at the stage that you are right now, with your children at the age that they are right now, part of your sacrifice is that you will not tune in necessarily to the service as you would prefer to normally. And so, continue with what you are doing. You are raising saints. That's what you are doing. That is your sacrifice. And the time will come when you will be able to fully tune in again. But you are precisely doing that. You are raising saints. And the entire church is behind you and supporting you. We know sometimes they get rowdy. We understand that. This is how they pray. For all the things that you do, for all the sacrifices you offer, for all the tears you shed, and for all the struggles you endure, and for just being who you are, we thank you and honor you. We pray and thank this publicly once a year, but every one of us should do this much more regularly every day and personally. To the expectant mothers, thank you for bringing, if I may quote Father Martin, since he's not here today, thank you for bringing to this parish the best kind of growth. We commit all the mothers of our parish to the Panagia, the Holy Theotokos, who in her quiet way has shown us the beauty of motherhood like no other. May God grant to all many years. We also remember the departed mothers of our parish, who in the words of the Holy Apostle Paul have run the good race and completed the fight. May their memory be eternal. And when we say all these honorable things about mothers, it does not take away anything from anyone else who is not a mother. It is not as if a woman is not complete until she becomes a mother. That's not what we believe. That's not what a Christian believes. It is God who grants the gift of motherhood, and He grants it in His wisdom at the time when it is beneficial for our salvation. And so while we are called to embrace motherhood, we can learn not to seek it with great anxiety. We ought to seek to be united with Christ, and as we cooperate with His will, He will grant the gifts according to what He sees beneficial for our salvation. He has no shortage of gifts to give us wherever we find ourselves in our life. Blessed Mother's Day to you. We'll have the rest of the sermon later on.